I am now of the impression that there is an agenda by the spirit world, you may put it like that, to cause Tina to stumble. That's Tina Zungu particularly. Now, the reason why I say this is because you'll remember last year there was a show that Tina partook in, and in that particular show which he was in, Mother of All, it was a television show. I think it was on, I don't know if it was on E or what, where they spoke about a sex scene and whatnot and stuff. But then I found a certain clip from the show that he was on, and if you listen to what they wrote his script to say, listen to this.
Uzizwa unjani ukufika emaclubini ngoba kuthiwa indawo yemsebenzi kaSathane?
Kahle kahle yona ndawo le ekufuze ngabe sigcwala kuyona sonke.
Let me close the door.
Bazalwane, they wrote that into Tina's script.
Uzizwa unjani ukufika emaclubini ngoba kuthiwa indawo yemsebenzi kaSathane?
Kahle kahle yona ndawo le ekufuze ngabe sigcwala kuyona sonke.
Yeah, they wrote that. They said, oh no, yeah, actually, I wish that this was the place where we all gathered. You were a pastor, and you think we should be gathering at a different place? Church is not where we should gather. They even put it, this place, it's associated with being diabolic. What do you say? Oh no, this is where we should be gathering. That's what they wrote. Now you can say, no, maybe this is the character he was playing. Yes, but think about what he was made to say and thinking. Now, the reason why I say that is because if you look at Tina's recent appearance on that television show of his, there is something that they are almost trying to get him to do.
Approved. Umsebenzi usele ukuthi ngiconvince uStrike ukuthi asambeni siyodla inyama, not just anywhere but come soon.
Notice here he's been made to try and convince his friend by all means so that his friend can either compromise or something. Or so here they said that they were gonna go and try and convince Striker so that he can come to his house to become the evangelist, to get people. Okay, that's what happens there. Now, on another part of the show,
Hey, open your eyes.
Angisho ukuthi ngifuna surprise party, ngithe ngicela nje party engayo enkulu.
they decide to take this opportunity of a child's birthday to include a thought that she had about a crush.
Yomfana ukade enze ungandide igama lakhe bekuJunior. Obebile bengifuna kodwa mina ngingamfuni. Ngicaselwe ikhona nje ukuthi uJunior indaba manje ufuna ukubukwa kubirthday yami hayi yakho, like why?
Okay. Yeah, kids have those things, but then Christian, are you sure you want to add that? You don't have to add it on the show, but they decide to add this idea of this child talking about someone who had a crush and the person is there. They even zoom in and show the kid. I don't know if the parents will be happy to see their kid being said to have had a crush. I don't know. It's a bit. Yeah, we know these things happen, but then is this time for us to be putting such things? Okay, moving on. They now have him as an evangelist. First of all, church is not where we ought to be. It's another different place. Okay. Now there's this inserted idea of him trying to create a relationship, and he even says on yesterday's episode that he's going to continue his efforts to try and convince his friend. What kind of a friend is that? If I told you I don't think this is biblical, I need you to convince me of something that's not biblical, period. Now, like I said, I believe this man is spiritually under attack and he doesn't even know it. That's the worst thing about being spiritually blind, that you don't connect the dots. You go on a different show, they make you do something that's contrary to who you are in real life. Not only that, you go and do a TV show, a a reality show, whatever you call it, and they are making you try to create friendship with the world. But not only that, it extends into now the family. And how does it extend to the family? Yesterday I spoke about the dream video. I think it's going to play about next week, where one of his child is explaining this dream they had on television. Now, I didn't fully just say exactly what was I meaning, that I don't think it's a wise thing. There's a lot of people that might not have picked that up. You do not share certain things. There are certain things about your life that you should keep to yourself. Okay? Now, in a country like South Africa, where people go after people by witchy stuff, they wait for you to say something. They wait for you to show that there is a gift in you, or to show that there is a gift on your life. Anything. They wait to have any hint that there is some good out of your life in order for them to pounce on you and try and or render you useless in whichever way they can do so. In a country where we know that people are like that, or they are thinking of doing that, you want to have your child record on national television to the whole world saying, oh yeah, possibly a gift. For those that didn't get it. We have to say everything. We have to spoon feed everything. Can't try reading the lines. Okay? Try reading the lines. It's just not something you do. Go around telling people your dreams. I want to do this. Oh no, I dreamt this. Not everything. And also, this is a child, defenseless and thingy and all that entire jazz, right? If it's you who's a matured person, we can make a case for it. But even still at that, you have to be careful to walk around the world as if there is no danger at all. You're just all good. It's a very naive thing to put out. Okay? So I thought that was an error. But now, on top of the dream thing, now the daughter here, she now has this segment where she's now talking about another boy who has a crush on her and all this stuff. Now, like I said, yes, we know this thing's thingy, but we do not want to encourage it. We don't want to be there busy pushing it on the media space. Kids at a young age want them to be as devoted as possible to their studies so that they don't get distracted. Those things of talking about crushes and love disappointment, it can take a child's mind away from their studies and they start focusing on things that have nothing to do with thinking. Do we need, so it goes from Tina being the evangelist for compromise to being on television shows which make him say things that try to get people out of church. And then now we have a look. Now you'll remember there was also that clip of the wife saying, it's like you could just drink something a little bit hot. Drink something that will just make the blood go woo, woo, a little bit. What's all these things that are being peddled through the show that cite to compromise? That you are a version that's been used for. Now, the reason why it's so slight, it's so obvious on Tina's show is because it's a big canal. It just comes off canal, like straight up. It's like there's no deception. Yeah, no, it's like, this is just worldly. There's nothing here. Okay, that's why it's thinking. Now, I'm using this because I was quite fascinated when wait a minute, when he appeared on that show? And I guess because I was looking up all these other Tina Zungu things, is that it actually reflected I had a tray to close. It actually reflected in on my recommendation this particular show, because I'd been watching all these other ones. So it popped up, that show. So that's when I saw it, and I'm like, Brav is not being careful about how the world is trying to use him, peddle him to us, sell this merchandise of worldliness to us through him. And I think that's sad. But yeah, tell me your thoughts down in the comment section. It's the Rick Shari Show, daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time of hearing show, check out the other videos that are down in the pinned comments. And keep a vigilant eye, because not all that say the name of the Lord are of the Lord.